the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence, and I'd ask that you keep in your thoughts and prayers the brave servicemen and women who are serving our country, both here and abroad. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. We'll have a roll call from the clerk.
Councilman Mineta.
Here.
Councilman Martinez.
Here.
Councilman McSweeney.
Here.
Councilman Gregory.
Here.
Supervisor Shaver.
And I am here. So all five are present. That means we have a quorum. We can proceed. Just by way of information for those of you who are here in person, as well as those of you who may be watching us on our YouTube channel live at this time, 10 a.m. on Wednesday, August 3rd. The way the meeting proceeds is it's divided up into three sections. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can click on the link and access the agenda for today's meeting. There are three public hearings scheduled for today. It's the first section of the meeting. If you're interested in addressing the board on any of the public hearings scheduled, you can fill out a card up front and file with Jen here to address the board. If you're here for the agenda portion, there are agendas on the table up front, and you can sign up again and indicate which item or items on the agenda you wish to address on the board. And then there is the open portion when residents can come forward and address the board on any matters concerning town government or town services that are not on today's agenda. And we just ask you to fill out a card again and indicate what issue or issues that you'd like to address the board on. When you come forward, as you can tell, we've got a new microphone system, but we need you to speak directly into the microphone, and please state your name and address for the stenographer's benefit. We ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. If you're watching us at a later date on our YouTube channel, and it doesn't have the little live icon on, you can still click on the link and you can send us a message directly through that link for us to get back to you about any matters that you may have, concerns you may have concerning town government, town services. So with that, we're going to go into the public hearing scheduled for today. And the first public hearing, is a public hearing in reference to the coastal erosion hazard area variance of Salvatore Giavassi, 21 The Fairway, Oak Beach, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0100 243-01-150. This applicant did not post in accordance with the town code, so this public hearing is going to be withdrawn today and rescheduled for a later date. I'll make that motion, second by Councilman Mineta, to withdraw. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? This hearing is withdrawn. Second public hearing is a public hearing in reference to amending Chapter 167 of the Town Code, peddlers, solicitors, and canvassers. We don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Martinez, to close and reserve. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Third public hearing is a public hearing in reference to designating the premises known as 1501 Straight Path, Wyandanch, New York 11798. Suffolk County Tax Map Number 100-58-4-16.001, a public nuisance, authorizing the boarding up of said premises and authorizing the town attorney to commence litigation. Again, and I advised the board earlier that we met with the owner of the property. He has agreed to cooperate with us to take specific actions to improve the safety there based on the recommendations of the Suffolk County Police Department as well as our town's Ordinance Enforcement Office. So I'm going to ask for a motion from Councilman Martinez, second by Councilman McSweeney, to withdraw that public hearing. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing is withdrawn, and we'll proceed with the property owner. Now we're going to move to the consent calendar. I'm going to make a motion to move Resolution 613, authorizing the town board to adopt a rule of order allowing for the consent agenda process, seconded by Councilman Martinez. Just by way of explanation for those of you who are viewing or are here in person, and this is something that we've modeled after the Suffolk County and Nassau County legislatures as well as other town boards. So there are a number of pro forma resolutions that this board adopts at each meeting, and they could be anything from non-controversial matters of awarding a bid, which has to go to the lowest bidder, of designating days in honor of Eagle Scouts or Girl Scout Gold Award winners, authorizing permits for parades, all these things that there isn't a heavy debate like you see in Albany or Washington. And by adopting a consent calendar, we'll be able to put all those items on the consent calendar. They're all listed for you on the agenda, and we can adopt them in one motion. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to ask that for the board, the consensus resolution agenda, if there's no objection to that, and you've reviewed all the items on the board, on the agenda, that you have no objection for us to proceed and make a motion to adopt consent resolutions numbers 614 through 660. I'll make that motion. Second by Councilman Mineta.
I second.
All those in favor of adopting the consensus resolution agenda? Any opposed? Yes. Yeah, we adopted 613. Yeah, I made a motion, second by Councilman Martinez. Yep, and again, we'll go back, 613, all those in favor? Opposed? So that puts in place the process by which we can use the consent agenda. And we thank our former presiding officer for letting us know about it. And now I've made a motion to adopt the consensus resolution agenda. It's been seconded by Councilman Mineta. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So that is, consensus agenda is approved. So now we'll go to the resolutions for today. We don't have any cards on this, so I'll ask for a motion on resolution 661.
I'll offer 661. Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 662.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 663.
I offer resolution 663. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 664.
I offer resolution 664. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. And resolution 665.
I offer resolution 665. Second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta.
Yes.
Councilman Martinez.
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney.
Yes.
Councilman Gregory.
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
And I abstain. Resolution is adopted, 4 votes in favor, 1 abstention. We'll now move to the tabled resolutions today, and we have 2 speakers, but we're gonna actually withdraw this resolution. This is a resolution that had come up at our last meeting. We are very pleased with the work that has been going on at the property, and we are continuing to work with the homeowner to make sure that she has everything that she needs. I don't know if the attorney and the homeowner wish to address the board. They have filled out cards. Are they here? Oh, yes, okay, so Victoria, did you want to come forward? So this is Victoria Youngitis. And Patrick, just pull the microphone down for her.
Thank you. You're welcome. Hello.
Yes, just
so
state your name and address.
Victoria Youngitis, 871 Catskill Avenue, Lindenhurst, New York. So thanks to Mr. Klusner and Chris Elton from the shelter, I got my second inspection. I was told I passed the inspection. I have emails from both Ronnie Merrill, the code enforcement inspector, and Chris Elton stating that the inspection was passed.
Yes.
My cats were released to me, which I'm very grateful for. I'm still concerned about my birds. I understand they were taken by 2 different rescue groups. They did not take the food for the birds. I'm very concerned about them. I need to get them so I can send it to my friend who's in
Florida, right?
Yeah, in Miami. He's a much more expert than I am even in caring for the birds. So I'm anxious for them to be released to me so I can have them shipped down to Miami.
Sure, we'll have you work with Ronnie and Chris on that.
Okay, great.
Okay, and thank you for all the work that you're doing. We hope you're doing well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Jessica, did you want to speak, or we're good because we're going to withdraw the resolution? Great. So I'll send Jessica's card back. So I'll take a motion on resolution 604.
Make a motion to withdraw.
Second by Councilman Martinez.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? That resolution is withdrawn. Great. So now we'll go into the open portion, and we have cards for that. Cindy Wood.
Good morning, thank you for the
Good morning.
opportunity. This has to do with signs that have been placed on our properties. First, let me start off by saying, I see some of them sitting here, we love the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts have been a big part of our family. My youngest daughter is a Gold Award recipient, so she went all the way with the Girl Scouts. And she painted the mural in the North Babylon High School. And their projects involved things like putting stickers on the drains, not to put toxic materials down the drains, beautifying parks, cleaning up beaches. But none of them planted signs on our property. And myself, several of my neighbors are here, others wanted to be here, but because of the timing couldn't. I brought pictures, which if you'd like to take
Yeah,
a look
you
at
can
them.
hand them up.
Okay.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you meet with traffic safety and the girls and go over the rationale behind everything and see if
Yeah,
we can come to
because-
some compromise.
Right, because at our one little intersection, I have friends here from the other end of Silver Street. We have 6 signs on a little dead-end corner
Right,
where we've been here for 34 years, never had an incident. Nobody parks near the end of the corners anyway. And now I have 2 on my property, right in front of my nice bow window on very manicured property that I take great care with. And it's awful. It's awful to look at and see all these signs and really have that we know of legitimate reason for having them there. So
yep, so we're gonna set up a meeting to.
I
go over
appreciate
it.
that.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very much.
thank you, Cindy. Donald Martin?
Morning Supervisor, my name is Donald Martin.
Good
I
morning,
live at
Martin.
394 Silver Street. Also, my complaint is those signs, the no standing signs.
Right.
Once again, I see no reason for them. It's very ill placed. They put them where they want to. I went to numerous intersections where there was no signs. I was 27 years in transit. I understand how impact it gets from having cars parked with vehicles and buses, and there is some sort of, we had to get some justification to put a no standing sign for New York City Transit. Our buses went through 5 towns in Nassau County. They refused to put the signs down. So listen, no offense to the Girl Scouts, I'm very appreciative of Girl Scouts and all the things they do. But, you know, I really don't see how just some sort of study done by the Girl Scouts
Well,
made for all that cost.
let me just clarify, what happened here was the girls contacted us. We had a meeting with the girls and their troop leaders, and then we had them work with our traffic safety division to go out because they suggested a number of areas where they believe, based on their own personal knowledge of riding the school bus, that there were areas that needed to either have stop signs installed or no standing. So it wasn't the girls said, oh, put these signs up. I just want to clarify that.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
but what we're gonna do, like I said to Mrs. Wood, is we're gonna arrange for a meeting to take place with traffic safety to go over your concerns, her concerns, and anybody else
I
who's not
understand.
here.
The only thing that I do, and I want it on the public record, that this intersection now, where they decided to put all these no standing here, at one time there was 13 young children playing on this intersection. We came here, we begged for a stop sign. Cars drive through here at 50 miles an hour. We had nothing. No response from the town, no response from traffic, no response from anyone. And the car still to this day.
When was that?
For over 20 years now.
No,
I've been
no,
living in
I'm
this
asking-
for
no, I'm
27, for 27 years I've been living in this house.
Right, I'm just asking for a time period of when.
Sure, for 20 years. Now, my child is 28 years old, my son is 24 years old. This is how long this was going on.
And
When
which-
they were young children, we would
Which
beg for them.
which intersection is that?
It's Cheltenham and Silver Street.
Okay, and it's just a two-way stop sign there?
We asked for anything. There's
No, no,
no
no.
stop signs there now, and there's still no stop signs. There's approximately 3 blocks without a stop sign, and cars are traveling within
man,
50
can I-
miles an
Can I
hour.
ask you for clarification?
Sure,
So Silver and Cheltenham.
yes. We requested a
Which-
stop sign.
Is there a stop
No,
sign?
there's still not a stop sign.
On Cheltenham, there's not a stop sign?
There's not a stop sign at Cheltenham and Silver Street.
So the intersection is unregulated.
Yes, and cause travel because Lafayette ends at Silver Street. So a lot of people come off of Sunrise Highway, they travel down Lafayette, they come down Silver Street, and they do it at a highway. There is other stop signs, four-way stop signs and regular stop signs, but just at that one intersection.
Wait,
This is
actually-
my own point, I'm not even asking for it now, my kids are grown. What I'm trying to say, though, is that when we requested a stop sign, it didn't happen. And it seems that, you know, again, the Girl Scouts, excellent organization, they seemed to bring up a problem and it got rectified immediately. Signs were made, signs were put up. It happened instantaneously. You know, where our concerns, we got nothing from it. We didn't even get an email back saying that it was being, you know, considered. All I want to do is just put it down. Listen, it's gone now. My kids are grown. Really, isn't that many kids now? There is, but you know, there should be a stop sign there. That's not really my point.
Well,
My simple point is that when we asked for the stop sign on numerous occasions, it never happened.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden, it seems like the Girl Scouts came, requested this, and it was up immediately.
Well, I
That's all I got to say.
apologize for no response, and I'm gonna look into it if we can, from 20 years, if you say it was about 20 years ago.
We started 20 years ago, and we did it numerous times,
Okay,
for about 3 or 4 years,
you
when the
have
children
it-
were small.
If you have anything on that, I'd like to see it,
Absolutely.
because that will help me make sure we do a better job
Mm-hmm,
in the future.
mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna check it out myself to
Okay.
see. And then, like I said to Mrs. Wood, we're gonna include you in the discussion
Absolutely.
on this, because you've come here today, and we'll include anyone who couldn't make it here today in the discussion to see what we can figure out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Supervisor.
Okay, thank you.
I have pictures as well. You want me to?
Yeah, would you hand them up, and they'll be
Sure. Thank you.
included as part of your testimony? Thank you. Jim and Karen Kilcullen? Good morning.
Good morning. We are Jim and Karen Kilcullen and live at 1347 August Road in North Babylon, and we have lived and raised our family there for 57 years. We own a commercial building and operate an electrical construction company in North Babylon, and have for the past 56 years. My husband was president and coached North Babylon Little Football League for 10 years, and I have been a class mother, team mother, and dud mother as well. With that being said, we have roots in this community and we are happy here up until now. The house next door to us, 1341 August Road, has sold, and the owner, which doesn't live there, turned it into an Airbnb/party house with rentals by the day, week, or event. There is loud music, lots of cars and people. Their website says no more than 30 people, but who is there to enforce that? There are multiple parties on Saturdays and Sundays. We cannot even sit out on our deck or enjoy our pool. They are running a business in a residential neighborhood. If they are advertising this property to the public, doesn't that make it a public business? They have a pool, and doesn't that make that a public pool as well? Where are the Board of Health regulations regarding water quality, lifeguards, etc.? The Airbnb is on the first floor, basement deck and pool area, and they are applying for a permit for an upstairs apartment, which has someone, not the owner, already living in it illegally. Code enforcement has tried to serve them with a summons 3 times, but they will not answer the door. On 7/25, a summons was posted on the door, and within 15 minutes, the owner came to the house and removed it. They have a court date on 8/26 to pay a fine. They don't care. It's still business as usual. They are still at it. There was a party this past weekend. They have no respect or regard for the neighbors, the community, or the town of Babylon. Why should they? They don't live here. Who do they think they are to just thumb their noses at what we have, built? Nice, respectful neighborhood and community. The town needs to do something to protect our neighborhood and our way of life. The blight on this community devalues our property and our quality of life. The Village of Babylon dealt with this problem swiftly in an emergency board meeting by making Airbnb in the Village of Babylon 2-month minimum rentals. If we wanted to live next to a motel, we would have moved next to one. If this is supposed to be a legitimate business, why is the exact location provided after booking? If something is not done very soon, this could be coming to your neighborhood or worse, next to your house.
So just so you know, I've been involved in that.
I know you have.
As well as Councilman McSweeney. What I want to give you is my cell phone number, because what we want to do is continue to write additional summonses before the court date. We're going to move to shut down the property and to have the CO revoked for the property. Like you said, we are in court on 8/26, but we'd like to take additional action before that date. And we're moving on not just that location, but we have about 6 other locations in the town that we've identified as problems. We're also working right now with the town attorney's office to construct a code that will probably go beyond what Babylon Village has done, because I don't think there should be allowed any nights or staying. It should be whether you're going to rent the property or not to a family who's going to move into the property and be part of the community, as opposed to some fly-by-night operation that you're just making money off of. All the board members have agreed with our ordinance enforcement officers. So if you could take down my cell phone number, do you have a pen there?
I do not.
Okay, so just write it down, because what I need you to do is let me know either by text or call when they're there. I have another neighbor who's speaking to me also, but he wishes to remain
That's right, I know who it is.
anonymous, right? Yeah, I don't
Okay.
want to put it out, because he's just afraid of potential retribution.
Exactly.
So my number is 516-429-3763. So if you could let me know, and then I can get the forces in gear, because we'll show up on a Saturday night.
Oh, you will? Okay. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so
because
the
that's
new
what happens.
trick, the new fun that we're gonna have now is the town board is very serious about not letting these people think that they're getting away with it because we're not open. So we're now 7-Eleven, where we're open 24/7. And we have investigators that have been added to our staff. In fact, I met with 2 of them this morning. And so they're going to be available. In fact, we went after a guy last night at about 10:30 in a neighborhood in American Venice. And he was a little surprised to end up with 3 summonses from one of our park rangers. So Jerry Giganti is our new commissioner. He's right there. And he's a retired chief of detectives from the Suffolk County Police Department. So he has come in and he's brought on new full-time park rangers who will also not only patrol our parks and facilities, but they're also available. Like the park ranger last night responded to this location in the American Venice that I got texted about, and we surprised the guy with 3 summonses. So what you and Mr. Kilcullen can do is alert me, and then I'll put in motion them to respond, and we can write additional summonses based on the activities that are going on there over the next 3 weeks before the court date.
Okay, I have one question. Are they able now to continue with their parties?
Well, they can, but they're idiots if they do. And
Well-
obviously they don't seem to be the brightest people for doing this on August Road, which
Right.
is a extremely residential. There's
Exactly.
what do you call it? The greenhouses are gone.
Yes, it used to be farmland,
And the
but no
bar
more.
that
Right.
used to be there.
Right, yes.
Yeah, the bar, right?
Yes,
Yep.
yep.
So we had our reunion this past weekend, so we were reminiscing about all sorts of things, but there's no business operation along August
No,
Road, right?
no,
It's Somerset Village, it's residential homes, it's not anything where, so if they do, what I want you to do is let me know, and that way then we can write additional summonses.
Okay.
So I want to load them up before we get to
I
August 26th.
just know that there will be, I'm 99% sure there will be this weekend, because I've already seen people come to
Look at it,
at it
right.
and everything, and that usually means
Yep.
there's a party
And
gonna
I'll
be
swing
over
over
the
there
weekend.
too, so just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do
And we'll get
appreciate
the
that.
park rangers over there but we need to go when the activity is happening.
Yeah, okay. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I also have,
You wanna hand that up?
I do, and
Yeah.
I will fax or email over my little speech if you need it, or,
Or Jen, Jen can take it, yep, she'll get it by email, and she'll make it officially part of the record.
thank you very much for doing that, and I'll send you that. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, and I do remember Mr. Kilcullen when he was,
Oh, my gosh.
back in the day. We're veterans, right? We're veterans. All right, keeping with the North Babylon theme, Joni Zangerly. Joni? Oh, there she is. Good morning.
Good morning, Rich. I've spoken to several town officials in regards to this matter. Code 213-267 involves the surrounding of a pool on your property. It seems that it's being interpreted in many different ways. What I'm asking the board is that you finally make a clear and concise decision on what it involves, whether it involves the homeowner having to surround their pool, or if it involves their neighbors to surround their pool, which I think is a liability to me if it's not my pool. I don't think I have to read the code to you.
Yeah, no, we brought it up this morning because I was also, when you sent the email yesterday, I was surprised that that was what was in it. So we've spoken to the town attorney to get us information about it and figure out what we're gonna do. Because
Yeah,
off
because
the record, I agree with you
it's
about
very vague.
liability, yeah.
Yeah.
We need to firm it up. So I appreciate you bringing it to our attention yesterday.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll let you know, Joni.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, does anyone else wish to address the board during the open portion? Seeing none, I'll take a motion from Councilman Gregory, second by Councilman McSweeney to adjourn. All those in favor? Opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.